Whiskers was a fluffy gray kitten with bright, curious eyes. He lived with a kind girl named Emma in a warm and loving home.
Purring contentedly.
His days were filled with naps in sunbeams and playful chases after Emma's shoelaces. Life was simple and sweet for the little kitten.
Meowing softly.
He loved Emma's gentle pets and the delicious smell of her cooking. Yes, Whiskers' world was small, but it was filled with all the love and comfort a kitten could ever want.
Gently. There you are, Whiskers, ready for some cuddles?
One sunny afternoon, Whiskers lay curled up on the windowsill. A beautiful butterfly with wings like stained glass fluttered past. He had never seen anything so colorful.
Excitedly. Meow!
Curiosity bubbled inside him. Whiskers stood up, his tail twitching with excitement. He had to see it up close. Without a second thought, he pushed open the window with his little pink nose. The world outside beckoned, vast and unknown. The grass tickled Whiskers' paws as he stepped outside for the very first time. The butterfly danced farther away, and Whiskers followed, his eyes wide with wonder.
Determinedly mew.
He chased it through tall blades of grass and under bushes bursting with colorful flowers. Suddenly, the butterfly disappeared. Whiskers, realizing he had wandered far, felt a pang of fear. Everything seemed so big and unfamiliar. The houses towered over him like giants.
Worriedly mew. Where was his cozy bed? Where was Emma?
Feeling lost and alone, Whiskers started to cry. Just then, a wet nose nudged his head. He looked up to see a big golden retriever with kind eyes.
Lost, little one?
Sniffles. Mew.
Whiskers rubbed against his leg, feeling a glimmer of hope.
Don't worry, follow your nose. Where does the most wonderful smell come from?
Whiskers sniffed the air. He could smell something delicious like freshly baked bread.
Hopeful mew. Following my nose, I walked with Max.
The delightful smell grew stronger with every step.
We reached a corner and I froze.
There, across the street, was a bakery.
The aroma of baking bread filled the air, reminding me of Emma's kitchen.
Sometimes Emma bought bread from this very bakery.
Maybe, just maybe, my house was nearby.
As Whiskers and Max started to cross the street, the sky darkened. Large raindrops began to fall, quickly turning into a heavy downpour. Whiskers, scared by the loud claps of thunder, hid under a parked car. Max, seeing his fear, barked reassuringly and lay down beside him, shielding him from the storm. Whiskers felt safe and protected beside the kind dog. Through the sound of the rain, Whiskers heard a familiar voice calling his name.
Whiskers, where are you?
It was Emma! She was out searching for him! Whiskers meowed as loudly as he could, his little heart pounding with excitement. He poked his head out from under the car. There, just a few feet away, was Emma, her face full of worry.
Whiskers!
Emma cried, scooping him into her arms. She was soaking wet, but she didn't seem to care. She hugged him tightly, and Whiskers purred with happiness, burying his face in her neck. He was so happy to be back in her arms.
Thank you, Max, for looking after my little adventurer.
Then she wrapped Whiskers in her jacket and carried him home. Back in his warm, familiar home, Whiskers curled up on Emma's lap. A fire crackled in the fireplace, and the scent of baking bread filled the air. Emma had stopped by the bakery after all. Whiskers realized that there was no place better than home. He had been on a big adventure, but now he was happy to be safe and sound with his beloved Emma. Home, he discovered, was not just a place. It was wherever Emma was.